Office has been working very hard on this idea, this very concept of voter registration. It has produced documents. It has had workshops on this issue. Now, I have come across certain documents that have eventually been put in the form of representations that have been sent to government. Back in 2014, on the eve of us losing the 2014 elections. And who, therefore, would have been in possession of those remarks of the Office of the Electoral Commission? It would be the government led by Sir Anirudh Jagannath, Pravin Jagannath, Joe Lezonga, Duval, Xavier, all of them were in that government. And what did that document say? Part of those recommendations was precisely drawing attention to the principles that must be adhered to when registering voters and compiling and maintaining a voter's roll. It talked about the importance of the rule of law, integrity, inclusiveness, legitimacy, accuracy. And on the chapter of accuracy, Madam Speaker, it says that the information in the voter's roll must be valid, accurate, and up to date. This is precisely what this government is doing. Ensuring that it is up to date, but not information that is old already. That's why I say it again, a fundamental piece of legislation that ensures that the objective of ensuring accuracy of the voter roll. The system must ensure that ineligible persons are removed from the voter's roll, such as deceased persons. A voter must also only appear once on the national common voters' roll, and that is for the voting district in which he or she has registered. Madam Speaker, what did the MSM do when they were in power and in alliance with the PMSD? What did they do? What did they do with the Honourable then Kolande Avelu? What did they do when Honourable Obigadu was there? What did they do when they had those representations, and not once, several times, from the Electoral Commissioner's office? Did they at least pay heed to those observations, that there had to be changes brought to the law in order to ensure that there was a rule of law, integrity, inclusiveness, legitimacy, accuracy, comprehensiveness, accessibility, transparency, security, information, privacy, steps, etc., etc., etc. He just sent representations, but the MSM ignored those representations. But it is this government that has decided to come up, this Prime Minister, this team that has come up with changes to the law in order to ensure that people who would have been forgotten for statutory reasons, but nonsensical in the process, are brought back and caught back and are allowed to vote. Fundamental, historical. But let me come back to reasons why, not only because of the absence of the minister, the leader of the opposition, former minister, the absence of Honourable Duval, the least he should have done. He has spoken, allow me to rebut him. He should have been present. Maybe he was even speaker once upon a time. He does not even know the l'ABC. I call it good manners. Huh? I ignore it. Anyway, but then you see, the then leader of the opposition on the 23rd of May 2023, you see, it brings me back to the previous mandate. The then leader of the opposition, when he was in government, when he was in the opposition, you see, I'm just being confused because he just keeps jumping and changing beds, you know. And what did he say? In his speech, condemning the previous government. And those are the reasons why I'm saying to this House, and I'm saying it for the people outside, to listen to what I say. There are the reasons, many reasons, but only here 2 reasons why I say to you, do not listen and do not believe what the opposition are going to blurt out. Because they are clearly inconsistent, incompetent, and whatever they say it's not even the truth. Look at what the then leader of the opposition said in his speech in a debate that took place in this August Assembly, number 8 of 2023. He said, I quote, "So for all these reasons, Mr. Speaker, sir, I ask the Vice Prime Minister, I ask the government to withdraw this bill." What bill was it? To postpone election for the third time. Let democracy win, he says. He says, let democracy proceed and let the people choose freely who they want to bring about all those changes that I have suggested. And yes, the people chose freely. The people chose us to bring those changes. The people chose those who are in the right and condemned those who are in the wrong. And this very then leader of the opposition decided to jump in bed with those very people that he criticized to bring against democracy. How could you, in Parliament, say, let democracy win? And what he's saying is that those are the very people who are not for democracy. And you jump in the same bed with them, and you take your team and you jump in with them. Thank God there were those who did not want to follow him in that bed. Some of them are here. And what about the absent leader of the opposition? And I shall conclude on that. You know what he said? And I'll say again, you can't believe him. You should not even believe him. Listen to him. If you wish. But then again, he's not here. How can we hear? What did he say in that very debate? I quote, l'alliance Ramgoulam-Béranger-Duval, allons le reconnaître, pas mot des autres, j'ai ça. Et écoutez-moi, Monsieur le Président, je vais terminer là-dessus parce que je n'ai pas beaucoup de temps. Tellement il n'a pas de temps, il n'est même pas là. Lors de ces prochaines élections, le peuple mettra un terme définitif à la carrière politique de deux personnes, surtout l'honorable Paul Béranger, Navin Ramgoulam. Oh my God. If you were wrong then, why do you believe that you're right today? You were wrong then, we were right then. We are right today, you are wrong again, sir. So, when history will judge, it will look in the Hansard and will say, okay, what did the opposition say? Oh, the leader of the opposition, who is supposed to represent those who voted against this government, whom the former Prime Minister Pravin Jagnnath was probably, or somewhere in some kitchen, decided that it should be him. He wasn't here. But how is he going to justify his salary at the end of this month? Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honourable Dr. Umia, yes.